Hey guys, I'm Sdanwolf and welcome back to the channel, and yes, welcome to some City Skylines action for you. This is Chirpwick Island. I've kind of based this little island around Chirpwick Castle. And so, you know, maybe kind of look at this as like a broke man's Montemichel, you know, right off the coast of Normandy there. And but the one thing we don't have to worry about here is the giant rising tides and kind of having to run across the bay, run across the mud flats. No, we just have it kind of split on our little river here. And I remember Skibbeth way back. Actually, I used to watch him quite a bit when Sabia actually made this map for him to use and start one of his creations on. And I always thought I'd come back to it, and I always noticed this little island sticking out, and I thought it would be really cool to get some kind of large castle type monument out there on it. And I think that is kind of what's going to help essentially tell the story with our little city here. Haven't even started on the city, but if I could explain it kind of in a nutshell, and we'll get to the real time here in a few minutes, but one of the things I'm thinking of is to put like a Charleston, South Carolina spin on it. So I kind of, you know, it's going to be modern, but I also really want it to, convey like a historical city type flair. And I think even leading past this point on this island, you'll notice, I don't know if I spin around to it, but I'll show you in the real time. There's a massive island right in front of this, and I think it'd be really cool for the story if I could get some kind of big fort built out there. So, you know, once you look out from that big island that sits in front of this smaller island, it's nothing but ocean. And I figured that, you know, if pilgrims and, you know, people were making trips to this and bringing money in and goods and a lot of trading, it essentially would be a big target for attacks, maybe particularly pirate attacks. But we want to tell the story of this, of all of this would have to be protected, and you would have to get through quite a barrage to actually make it into the town. And just like with Charleston, South Carolina, with Fort Sumter and you know, a couple of the other little forts dotted around there in the battery, I want to have this, like, I still want that to be able to tell this story. And, you know, I've essentially designed the island with that in mind, as far as if the attacking ships, whether it be pirates or, you know, if we go back to where maybe the British were essentially attacking this area, even if you got past those defenses, I wanted it to be like where you could see right here, very, very hard spots to land. There's so much rock, so much vegetation, foliage going on right here. Even if you did make it to the castle, where they would be, you know, essentially bombarding your ships as you approach the castle, where would you land? Where could you try to stop the ship or essentially bust it to shore without destroying your ship? So that is kind of what the story is about this island. If you made it past the forts, you have the giant castle and the fortifications on this island itself you'd have to get past. And we will just kind of flesh out that story and the barricades and the defenses and the massive cannons, that we'll have set up, and all I think will tie into that narrative of this would not be an easy place to ransack. So really, this first episode, like I said, I've just kind of dove into the foliage here and the rock work, and just want to make this a really imposing type of structure. And also too, you have to look at it like this: as we're looking at the water right here, not only would you be fighting the immense barrage of the cannon fire, you would be essentially trying to go upstream, up this river basin here. So this would definitely not be a walk in the park. So, it's really cool that we're focusing on this side of the story. But as far as modern times go, we need to really be thinking about, maybe in future episodes, maybe clearing a little area out and making a ferry landing, or maybe even getting a road out to it, kind of like Mont Saint Michel. They actually have a giant highway that goes out to that island now, where the tour buses can pull in, and you can drive right out to it now. You don't kind of have to do like the Pilgrims did and kind of time it with the low tide and kind of run across the mud flats. Now they've got it pretty set up pretty well now. So maybe we'll look into something like that, or kind of get your guys' feedback and see if we want to leave it, as far as the natural type of island vibe goes. But anyways, let's go ahead and we'll jump into the real time and kind of talk about this story a little more. And we can kind of take it from there and get your guys' thoughts on this. All right, guys, so here we are, and here's our little castle, and we have definitely bulked up our little island here. But as we turn, that is kind of what I was talking about. So see, we have this massive island out here that, is essentially a really nice break point before any ships could get to the castle. So what I'm talking about is building maybe a large fort, maybe even on both sides, or, out here on this point. Probably do it on both sides. Might be able to do some stuff up here. But this, maybe even out here, kind of like Charleston has, and the main city will actually sit right over here. So this is an important island as far as the defenses go, because the ships, you look out onto the ocean, this is where your ships are going to be coming in, trying to attack, trying to get past the castle, trying to get over here to the city. And obviously we'll need some defenses over here too. But that is kind of what we're working with here, guys. And what I was meaning during the time lapse is, see these beaches, it would still be kind of difficult to get your ships in here and even find you, as far as the pirates and stuff goes, finding you a landing zone and being blasted on from the, from the castle. So, like I said, I don't know. It's an interesting story to me. I think you guys will like it. Like I always said, we got a little creepy statue down here, kind of looking over the boats and stuff as they go by. So, give me your thoughts down below on what you think maybe we should shape this as, and if you like the Charleston kind of, historical mixed in with the new type of city. And, after I get the forts and some of the fortifications done, we can kind of play it as, this is modern times. So maybe we won't do a fort over here. We'll act like, maybe that was just kind of lost to time. But we'll definitely get some remnants of an old fort out here, that, ferry boats and essentially all that type of stuff, cruise ships and stuff can stop over here and kind of maybe do a plateau type area up here and let the people see, how they used to defend, how they used to defend the town and the island, from those, from the doom and gloom of those opposing attacks. So, you know, like I said, fun little build. Just kind of wanted to jump in, and I know we've been saying we wanted to do some City Skylines builds for a while, and I just kind of just caught some inspiration here lately, taking a little break from some Planet Coaster, and yeah, thought I would jump in and give you guys some City Skyline action. So anyways, guys, I'm Sdanwolf. Thank you for stopping by and hanging out with me. Leave your comments down below on our little plan here on our little island. And don't forget to smash that like button if you end up enjoying this video. And come back for some more City Skylines content. And yeah, thanks, guys. I will catch you in the next video. See ya!